Vika and Linda, welcome to Australian Musician.
Thank you, Greg. It's lovely to be here.
We're talking to you because, gee whiz, it's Christmas again. A family affair is happening on Saturday, December 9th at the Melbourne Recital Centre. I first have to ask you, have you been naughty or nice this year?
Oh, who wants to go first, Lulu?
Oh, you.
I've tried to be as nice as possible, Greg. I've changed my ways.
And she's right. She has been very, very nice. I've been a little naughty, but pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. It's going to be a great night, Saturday week. We've got Mark Seymour and his daughter, Eva, who I saw perform at the Rock Whiz mushroom gig. She's fantastic, Eva. Henry and Casper Wagons. I haven't heard Casper before. How old's Casper roundabout?
Primary school. She's 9 or 10, maybe. She's only little.
She's only about 8 years old, I think. Not that, yeah.
Okay, and the little Stevies as well. How do you know those girls?
Well, I actually taught Beth how to sing when I had a few, many years ago when I was helping out my singing teacher teach her students, and I met Beth there. And so that's kind of the connection. And then all of a sudden she, started a career and it took off and it was just fantastic. So, and we like the fact that they're sisters, and we're hoping that we'll be able to join them. Well, we are definitely going to be joining them on stage and all singing together, the four of us. We'll be doing that with every act.
Yeah. You're playing at the Melbourne Recital Centre, which has superb acoustics. Does a room like that make a difference to your performance?
I think so. We always bring 100%, 110% whenever we work, but rooms like that kind of elevate you into a different type of performance. You have to be very careful of how you position yourself, and you don't want to kind of like jump around too much. Everyone sees everything. It's like I've got a great sight. There's no sort of visual obstacles, and the lighting's wonderful, the sound's wonderful, so it all comes together in a very theatrical way. So you tend to sort of perform like that, I think.
Yeah. You've got a great 6-piece band behind you for the night. We have much rehearsal time, or are they so good that you don't need rehearsal time?
Oh, no. We always rehearse, Greg. There's no such thing as let's just wing it and see how we go, because, it's always a disaster when that happens, when you leave it like that. You must always, people have paid a lot of money to come, so we have to make sure that we are well rehearsed and everybody knows exactly what they're doing. Everybody knows their songs. So we will have 3 full days and nights of rehearsals before the show.
Yep.
So what are the big Christmas albums that you guys love? I know my family are into the Charlie Brown Christmas music. What did you grow up listening to at Christmas time?
Jim Reeves. His Christmas album was always on high rotation. Mum and Dad,
Crosby.
Bing Crosby. Did we have Elvis? Elvis Gospel. We listened to that a bit. Judith Durham. Judith Durham was on. That was Mum and Dad's favourite singer. Judith Durham. Who else, Louis?
I think that's it. I think those were the ones that we just kept continue. They were on high rotation and continue to be. So later in life, Vika and I kind of got into this Phil Spector Christmas stuff like that, and anyone that put out records, but they were the ones that Mum and Dad always had on, and that we can, we still put on now. Dad I think it's kind of nostalgia. It's like we know when Christmas is on when Jim Reeves comes on, or Bing Crosby, or Judith.
Yeah. I see the great Shane McGowan from the Pogues died tonight.
Yeah.
Have you ever performed Fairy Tale of New York?
Linda has.
I have actually, and I did it with Henry. Henry and I did it as a duet at Rock Whiz for their Christmas show. So maybe we should, think about pulling that out as a tribute.
Maybe, yeah.
To Shane.
That's an idea, Greg.
You guys performed at the Mushroom 50th anniversary last weekend. How was that?
It was nerve-wracking because anything to do with television is nerve-wracking. It seems to add so much more to the nerves than, I don't know why, but it really does. And usually it's like, okay, please God, don't let anything go wrong. But usually something always does, so you just having to get over those little things and rely on your experience. Like my foldback kept cutting out in my ears. So it was like, just had to trust that I was singing in tune. But luckily, like I was saying, just having all those years of experience just enables you to carry through. But the excitement it was a wonderful night with a lot of Australian talent in the room. So, it was hard to be intimidated. I think that was the thing. It was just sort of hiding in our dressing room and concentrating on the job we had to do. And then after that, it was like, whoa, we can relax now, and had a massive headache afterwards.
Yeah.
It was lovely to see the up and coming acts that the Mushroom had signed to Ivy League, and it was great to be a part of, the early signings, because we signed on in 1994, and there were acts that had signed on way before us. It was just, and the current acts, it's just good to be a part of that company and see how they're developing and be a part of the future too. We're still signed and seeing all those exciting young acts. I mean, they were wonderful. They were really brilliant.
I thought, that part of the show was a particular standout. The young signings. I thought they were wonderful talent. There's just quite exciting, and it was like, whoa, aren't they great? And it was great to see them coming through, up and coming. I agree with Linda.
Yeah. What are your memories of Michael Gudinski?
You go first, Vic. So,
he's just very charismatic and intimidating, but always friendly. He was to me, and we'd always make an effort to come and see us and say hello and at gigs, and that was my memory. Just how the energy, I think I was like, how can that guy keep it up? He was always the same. You never saw him flat, down, anything. He was always up. Here we go. Yeah. It's like, okay, let's go. We had no choice.
What can you do when someone's like that? You have to. He's very infectious. He was wonderful to us, so as with the whole team.
Yeah. Getting back to Christmas and the Christmas shows. When you were kids, what was Christmas like, and what was the best Christmas present you ever got?
A Malvern Star bike was the best Christmas present. Yeah,
for sure.
Was the best. And Mum and Dad make a big deal out of Christmas. It means a lot to them. So it's very formal. It's like the silver comes out and the crystal, and Dad always loves his turkey, and so isn't it, Louis?
Yeah, and that present also, they hid it in the middle of the lounge room. They hid our bikes in the middle of the lounge room under this massive sheet, but they had this treasure hunt for us to try and find the bikes. How we didn't see them in the middle of the lounge room is beyond me. But we were young, and every kid in Doncaster or every kid at school were getting these bikes, and they weighed a ton. And but Vika and I just loved them. It was such a beautiful thing for Mum and Dad to do, to get us these two bikes, because they weren't cheap, and they worked really hard to save up for those. So we still love that memory.
Yeah. And what time do you conk out on Christmas Day? What time do you put the feet up?
Oh,
no, all day, all night.
Yeah.
2 o'clock in the afternoon after lunch.
Yeah, no, that's right. We get up, and then usually lunch, and then dinner, and then there's a nap in between, and but pretty much it's an all day affair.
Yeah. Are you into the Boxing Day cricket like your mate Paul Kelly?
No, only on TV, but we don't go, do we? I've never been to a Boxing Day game. It's always on the television. It's always on the television, though. Mum and Dad are massive cricket fans.
Yeah. So we do have it on. Yeah, we know what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't think it's sort of, that's part of the soundtrack too. The commentators and that spectacle. Yeah.
Yeah. Christmas is a Christian festival, but I guess that shouldn't stop anyone from any religion coming to this Christmas show, what do you hope people get out of coming to the show?
They have fun. That's all it is. It's just to have fun and celebrate and be together, and that's what Christmas is for us. It's it's just that, and it's also for people that maybe, are away from their families, and if they want to come along and be cheered up, we'll cheer them up, and sit in the crowd and sing along, and because it's a pretty rocking show, it's pretty up. It's maybe only one traditional Christmas song. We'll do a few gospels, won't we, Louis?
Yes, yeah, we are. And we agree with you, it doesn't have to be particularly, we don't want to bash people over the head with religion, but there are some songs that, do mention it. And we're just very open like that. We do secular songs as well. So it's like Vika said, it's just to entertain and be together before we all break for the year and then go our separate ways.
Yeah. So what's on for you guys for 2024?
Well, we'll be doing quite a bit, actually. It's like trying to take it one day at a time, actually, Greg. So we'll be touring in 2024 and writing our next record. We're in the process of doing that at the moment. So hopefully we'll be making a new record. And I think that's enough for now.
Yeah, we'd like to do this Christmas show. I mean, this is our second year, and I think, we've always kind of been keen on doing a Christmas show that's not too large. And recital centres are a good size for us. And then every year we can change the theme. So this year, being a family affair, is, kind of exciting. Next year, we don't know what we're going to do, but hopefully if people enjoy it this year, they'll come back next year.
Yeah, I meant more in regard to touring and recording for 2024.
Yeah. We've got a few projects on the boil, like Vic said, but they're very, they go from big band stuff right down to small trio stuff, and that's good for us as singers because we can kind of experiment with the songs. When you do a trio show, just Vic and myself and our piano player, we'll do our songs, but then they'll be, reimagined. Like, we don't have a band to rely on, so it changes the way you sing. That'll be exciting. Probably make a record with that too.
Yeah, and we'll be probably showcasing new songs on that tour as well that we've written, and it's a good way to work songs in and like Linda said, experiment, like how different ways we can attack them, how we can sing them, because it's good to work that stuff out while you're touring. Well, I think it's you're singing in front of an audience and getting their reaction. That really helps, because people are very honest. If they don't like something, they won't clap, or it'll be like,
you can tell.
And that's the worst. When you get back, it's like, okay, we're going to wipe that bit.
That's the can. Well, so the trio show's next. Yeah.
I know there won't be any of those quiet moments during your Christmas show. I believe it's a lot of fun. I'll be going this year. I didn't go last year, but Gee Whiz, it's Christmas again, a family affair, Saturday 9th of December at the Melbourne Recital Centre, and we look forward to it.
Thanks, Greg. Look forward to seeing you there.
Cool.
Can you wear that jumper?
Yeah.
In public?
Yes.